Netflix's new miniseries Testament, the story of Moses soars to the top of the global top 10 chart. It is a three-part show that was released on March 27. As the title indicates, Testament, the story of Moses explores the life of Moses as he goes on a journey from an outcast to a murderer to a prophet. The miniseries is directed by Benjamin Ross and stars Avi Azoulay, Mehmet Kurtulus, Dominic Tipper, and Sami Fekak. During its first week on Netflix, Testament made it into the Netflix Global Top 10. It came in at number 2 on the chart for the week of March 25 through March 31, with 13.5 million views. Topping the list this week was the David Benioff and D.B. Weiss original Netflix series Three Body Problem, which came in at number 1 with 15.6 million views. How Testament's Netflix success continues an interesting trend within its subgenre. Aaron in Testament, the story of Moses looking intently at Moses. Testament's critical reception so far tells a very different story than its Netflix viewership. At the time of writing, the miniseries holds a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes among 7 critics. Audiences felt similarly about the project, as it holds a nearly identical audience approval score of 33%. One would not think a show this disliked by audiences would score this highly on the Netflix Global Top 10, yet Testament somehow managed to squeak its way on there. Testament's unexpected Netflix success comes at an interesting time for religious content on the streaming service. Recently, the decade-old, divisive biblical film Noah managed to make its way onto the Netflix Global Top 10 for the week spanning March 4 to March 10, appearing again the following week, and even rising in views and ranking. Noah has since fallen from the chart, but its brief resurgence is still another example of a religious film finding unexpected success. Faith-based films tend to hold an interesting place in the cultural milieu for both streaming and theatrical releases. Last year's Christian thriller Sound of Freedom became an unexpected theatrical hit, making $250.5 million despite controversy and a 57% score on Rotten Tomatoes. In a similar vein, the 2024 drama film Ordinary Angels managed to receive a 99% audience approval rating. Thus, Testament seems to be playing into a pattern with religious films. This is an entropic one in that it often seems to disrupt the typical relationship between critical opinion, audience opinion, box office success, and streaming success. Noah, for instance, saw streaming success this year despite receiving a 41% audience approval. The exact reason for this strange phenomenon with faith-based films remains unclear, but nonetheless, it continues as shows like Testament find streaming success.